So when I entered into this hospital cum institute, I felt that this is a very unique place. I felt positive vibes here because I think it is here some good quality work is happening, not only in training the students but also generating enough skills in their minds as well as in their hands so that they can implement this program very well. And this is a very, very important program for the country. I would say this program is a small model that needs to be scaled up in the country because there is a crying need for these kind of programs in the country at every nook and corner. I do not know why we have not been able to scale up this, but I think Madam has provided a good model for entire country to emulate and scale it up. We need to train a lot more students like you. So you have entered into a very beautiful, very devoted and very committed organization. Make sure that you imbibe the real spirit of this organization, not just get a degree and move on. No, you have to move on with the real spirit of this organization. Now I want to say a few things about how organizations typically function and typically they should function. Organizations take in students, they train them well enough, they give them degrees and send them away. I'm speaking to you as Vice-Chancellor. That's just one part of the whole process. The process should be such that the person who is taught, the student, must look forward to the organization as a mothership, as an organization that has given the complete nourishment, not only for the mind, but for life. When you come and join an organization, just don't do that for sake of learning something that you go with as a degree. You need to really integrate your entire essence with the organization so that you mentally and spiritually you become inseparable from it. When you get trained in Harvard, the Harvard trainees leave Harvard, but Harvard in them never leaves them. These organizations make very, very deep impacts. That's the type of impact you generate within yourself from the organization. Do not simply take it as one more point where you come and go. Your functioning style, your learning style should be such that you get the best from the organization and you make sure that the organization gives you the best. Remember, students also train the teachers. Teachers also are students. Good students always generate good teachers. This is so important because learning continuously happens by unlearning. If you have to learn, unlearn and relearn. Students have to do, teachers also have to do. Learning is a continual process. There is no end to it. Learning generally goes by layer after layer. Learning never happens in one go. It doesn't happen as one window opening, no. It happens very gradually, very non-linearly and very internally. So good students will generate good teachers and good teachers in turn will generate good students. It's a cyclic process. Please ensure that as good teachers, I am supposing that you are all good students, you generate good teachers also in the organization. So in some sense, in a very serious sense, students can uplift the organization by being integral part of it. Those organizations where students just simply touch and go, those organizations will not flower. I was trained by Indian Institute of Science. Indian Institute of Science never leaves me. Because as students we contributed to the institute and the institute gave us the nourishment. It's a very integral part. Make sure that this particular organization called Maa becomes an integral part of your life wherever you go in future and whatever you do in future. All this happens in your internal thinking. Make sure that your thinking evolves in a manner that you get the best and you do the best. Life is a very finite process. There is no time in life for doing irrelevant things. There is very, very limited time for you to do profound things. In no time, the time is lost. But if you think that you want to do something very profound, you will find time. If you feel that you are not doing well enough, or you are not doing useful things enough, the time will slip away and you would not even know. So you should connect very deeply with time. Time is not just what you see in the clock. Time is something that you feel inside, and when you feel it, you see the importance of it, and every action of yours will be measured by the time. And you connect with it, you will see that yes, time is measuring you and you are measuring the time. So therefore, make the best use of time. What I am saying is at a non-physical level. Most of us live at physical level, all of us. We wear good things, eat good things, look good. That's the life at physical level. But remember, real things happen in life at non-physical level. That's where you need to connect yourself with deeper things at non-physical level. I may not be making much sense now as you hear me. Go back and while sleeping think about it. Then you will realize that everything that really happens in life in a real profound manner happens at a non-physical level. Not that you can see that, not that you can actually describe it well enough. It is all a process that you will become part of if you connect with it. Unfortunately, none of this is taught in classrooms. Nowhere you can read about it. Nobody will come and tell you do this way, don't do that way. Ultimately, this whole process of realization, learning, doing good things, achieving deeper things, it is all do it yourself exercise. That's the only model that works. Don't wait others to come and tell you do this, don't do that. Do this now, don't do that tomorrow. You must be guided completely internally. And that is the purpose of education, in fact. If education is serving that purpose or not, it's a different topic. But the whole purpose of education is to realize internally that you have to do things yourself. A setup comes along, this setup has come along, do it. You'll go somewhere else, another setup, do it. And it's all do it yourself exercise. In this day and age, you will see that there is explosive growth of information. I don't say knowledge. Explosive growth of information. Chat GPT has come along now. Right? So much is being driven by artificial intelligence and machine learning. It has intruded into your mind, in your body, in your whole life. How do you maintain your own existence? How do you maintain yourself when there is so much of intrusion? Especially when you people have so much of future ahead of you, how do you maintain your own existence when there is so much intruding into you? Now imagine 10, 20, 30 years from now, I don't know what all things you will be after or you will be amidst. So it's very important for all of you to put yourself in a context. Take a pause every day, few minutes. Just go into a deep contemplation. think about where you are, what you are up to, what is this whole world in terms of information, data. We are all part of data now, whether you like it or not. I am also part of data. The whole data science is watching me as I speak. If I step out and open my mobile, I will only hear about things that I have spoken. So it's a very interesting, at the same time very bewildering world opening up. So one's own individual spirit, individual context, individual strength has to be summoned up so that you can integrate yourself with the whole data, whole technology that is coming along. So for you to do that, and for you not to get drowned in the data as a data point, you must know what you are. This is very important. You must discover what you are. And I keep telling to all my youngsters, how do you do it? Do it yourself. One way of doing that is, every day spend some time with yourself. Don't run after things, just take a pause. Close your eyes, think about yourself, connect with your internal self. And then you will see that you are part of a process where you can do wonderful things, very productive things, very profound things. Process is there, you go through the learning, you learn the skills, you do cochlear implanting, all that you do, fantastic. But make sure that you are connected with yourself. This is very important. What I am saying may actually sound very foreign to some of you. Doesn't matter. But think about it. There is no harm in thinking about it. We must live in ideas world. Ideas are much more important than content. Content comes and goes, but ideas really drive you. Ideas is everything in the world. So live in those ideas worlds and think about what I am saying. I am not a very long speeches person. I will only, towards the end, I will remind myself few sentences I read long ago about what Gautam Buddha said. This made a very deep impact on me, therefore I am telling you. He said, you become what you think. First statement. You become what you think. Second statement, he said, you attract what you desire. Also very important, profound. Last one is hitting the nail. You create what you dream. If you want to create, you have to dream. And that dream actually will come true if the dream is real. Make sure your dream is real. Make sure your desire is real. Make sure what you think is real. If it is real, all the three will happen. And Gautam Buddha essentially said, you have everything that it takes for you to become what you want to become. You may not realize it in the physical existence. That's the beauty of the physical existence, is to make sure that you are mesmerized all the time. That's the nature of the physical existence. That's the only way physical existence exists. But you make sure that you go into the other existence where what Gautam Buddha said actually comes true. If education can gear you towards that, fantastic. If education distracts you away from it, make sure that you are not distracted. With education or without education, you are in the right direction, go for it. In fact, best innovators in the world were produced outside the box called education. Albert Einstein, Gautam Buddha, Kabir Das, Michael, the Microsoft inventor, Michael Faraday. None of these people were good school students. They were not toppers. They did what they did because they wanted to do it. That's the desire. And they dreamt for it and they came through. So, I just say one more sentence and then I'll step aside. Albert Einstein said, I am no more intelligent than anybody. I am just much more passionate. Nobody can take away the passion in me. I am a very ordinary person, but I am just so passionate that unless I solve that problem, I will not quit it. It is that passion that actually gives us the insight towards very big things. And we do not know in education systems how to generate that passion. We don't know. How to, can we generate a model where we can make all of you passionate?
I'm looking for it.
So we don't have a model. As teachers, we don't have a model. The only model Einstein said is, you become passionate from within you. So do it yourself exercise. Okay? So all the best. You are in very safe hands, very committed hands. So all the best and make yourself very beautiful to your